Retirement is supposed to be a time of peace, relaxation, and doing things at your own pace. After years of hard work, you've earned the right to slow down and enjoy life. One of the first things many people look forward to after retirement is spending more time with friends. Finally, there are no schedules, no work meetings, and no rushing from one place to another. It sounds perfect. But what if spending too much time visiting friends isn't as helpful as it seems? What if it's quietly making your retirement more tiring and less fulfilling? In this script, we'll explore 5 surprising reasons why visiting friends too often after retirement might actually be harming you. These are not obvious issues, and most people don't think about them until they start feeling the effects. So let's take a closer look. Reason 1, social burnout is real. One of the most unexpected problems that come with too many social visits is burnout. Yes, social burnout is a real thing. It happens when you're around people so often that you start feeling emotionally drained. You might love your friends, but constantly being around others can leave you feeling tired and even irritated. In retirement, the lines between your time and others' time can get blurry. Friends may assume that since you're retired, you're always free. They may expect you to come over, meet up, or host them often. This can build up to a point where you feel like your personal space is shrinking. You don't have the quiet moments you used to have during work hours. Without enough alone time, your mind doesn't have the chance to reset. You might start losing interest in social visits, or feel like you're showing up just to be polite. That's a sign that burnout is setting in. And it's important to notice and respond to that feeling instead of ignoring it. Reason 2, losing touch with yourself. Retirement is a golden chance to reconnect with yourself. It's a time to rediscover old hobbies, explore new ones, and think deeply about what you want from this next chapter of life. But if all your time is spent with others, you may not leave enough room to grow individually. When we're always around people, we often adjust ourselves to fit into those social spaces. We laugh at the same jokes, talk about the same topics, and fall into a routine that might not really reflect who we are. Over time, it's easy to forget what you actually enjoy or what makes you feel fulfilled on a personal level. Solitude allows for reflection, whether it's sitting with a cup of tea in silence, taking a slow walk alone, or journaling your thoughts. These moments give you clarity. They help you understand what truly matters to you. Visiting friends all the time can steal away those moments without you even realizing it. Reason 3, hidden stress from social expectations. Spending time with friends should be enjoyable, but sometimes it becomes stressful without us noticing. There's often an unspoken pressure to keep up appearances, contribute to conversations, or match other people's energy levels. For example, maybe your friends love planning group trips or trying new restaurants every week or attending social clubs. You might enjoy these things sometimes, but not all the time. Still, you might feel pressure to say yes just to keep the peace or avoid feeling left out. This kind of pressure creates stress, and since it's social stress, we often ignore it or don't even recognize it. You might notice your heart racing before a meetup or feeling exhausted afterward. That's your body telling you that it's had enough. If you keep pushing through this stress, it builds up and starts affecting your mental and physical health. Retirement should be about doing what feels right for you. You shouldn't feel guilty for saying no or choosing to stay home. Recognizing and respecting your own limits is a key part of staying healthy and happy. Reason 4, time slips away from important priorities. When you fill your days with constant visits and outings, you might unknowingly push other important parts of your life aside. Retirement is a precious time to focus on your health, personal development, and meaningful goals you might have delayed during your working years. Maybe you wanted to learn painting, write a book, take care of your garden, or simply relax and enjoy quiet mornings. These things often require time and focus. If your calendar is packed with social commitments, it can be hard to give these goals the attention they deserve. Also, quality time with family or alone with your spouse can get reduced. It's easy to assume you have all the time in the world, but retirement goes by faster than many people expect. You don't want to look back and feel like you spent your days running around instead of truly living. Balancing your schedule is key. Social connections are important, but they shouldn't come at the cost of your personal dreams and needs. Reason 5, overstimulation and emotional exhaustion. Spending too much time in social settings can lead to overstimulation. This is especially true for introverts, but it can affect anyone. Noise, constant talking, and group dynamics can all weigh you down. You might find yourself getting irritated by small things, losing patience, or feeling mentally foggy. These are signs that your brain needs rest. Even if you're enjoying the company, too much social input can still drain your emotional batteries. Over time, this emotional exhaustion can lead to withdrawal. You might start avoiding calls or canceling plans last minute. This can affect your friendships and cause misunderstandings. It's better to pace yourself and be honest with your needs. True friend will understand if you need time to recharge. In fact, they'll likely respect you more for knowing and honoring your boundaries. Final thoughts. Make your retirement truly yours. Retirement is a beautiful phase of life, but it's also delicate. The choices you make about how to spend your time can greatly affect your well-being. Visiting friends is wonderful, but doing it too often can take away from the deeper peace and purpose that retirement can offer. The key is balance. Enjoy your friendships, but don't be afraid to say no. Make space for solitude, personal growth, and quiet joy. Let retirement be a time where you finally put yourself first without guilt or pressure. By understanding these hidden downsides of constant social visits, you can create a retirement life that's more meaningful, more restful, and truly your own. You've earned it. The journey back to yourself. When you spend most of your life in the company of others, whether it's through work, family responsibilities, or social obligations, you naturally begin to define your identity in relation to those around you. Retirement offers a rare chance to step away from that constant interaction and rediscover who you are at your core. But that journey can be delayed or even lost if your calendar is packed with visits and meetups. To truly take advantage of retirement, think of this period as a time for self-reflection. Ask yourself questions like, what brings me peace? What did I love doing as a child that I haven't tried in years? What would I like to be remembered for? These questions require time, solitude, and a quiet space free from outside influence. Journaling can help. Simply writing down your thoughts each day can bring clarity and reveal patterns in how you feel. You might find that on days with fewer social activities, you feel more grounded. That awareness can guide you to create a schedule that better serves your inner peace. Creating healthy social boundaries. Boundaries are often misunderstood. Some people think setting boundaries means pushing people away or being unfriendly. But in truth, healthy boundaries are a form of respect for yourself and others. They help protect your time, energy, and well-being. In retirement, people might assume you're always available. Friends may drop by unannounced or call frequently, expecting long chats. If that doesn't feel right to you, it's okay to communicate your limits kindly but clearly. Let your friends know when you need quiet time or when you're focusing on personal projects. Use phrases like, "I'd love to catch up, but today I'm spending time on a hobby I've been working on." Or, "Let's plan something next week. I'm taking some personal time this weekend." Most true friends will understand and even admire your commitment to your well-being. Quality over quantity. Another way to shift your social life in retirement is to focus on quality over quantity. Not every meetup needs to be long or frequent. Sometimes a heartfelt conversation once a month can be more meaningful than several casual hangouts each week. Think about which relationships truly nourish you. Who listens when you speak? Who supports your dreams? Who makes you feel calm and happy? Prioritize those connections. Don't feel pressure to keep up every single relationship from your past, especially if they don't bring joy or growth. In retirement, your time is one of your most valuable assets. Spend it wisely with people who make your life better, not more stressful. Building a peaceful routine. Routines don't have to disappear just because you're no longer working. In fact, a gentle, flexible routine can bring comfort and structure to your days. This might include things like a morning walk, reading time, a creative activity, or preparing a healthy meal. These small daily rituals add up to a lifestyle that feels balanced and satisfying. If visits with friends interrupt this rhythm too often, you might start feeling unbalanced. It's perfectly fine to reserve certain days for yourself and plan social time around those boundaries. For example, you might decide that Tuesdays and Thursdays are your friend days, and the rest of the week is for personal time. Having that kind of routine helps reduce guilt. You're not saying no to people because you don't care. You're doing it because you create a life that supports your well-being. The importance of rest and reflection. As you move further into retirement, rest becomes more than just sleep. Rest includes mental and emotional space. It means having time where your mind isn't engaged in social interactions, decision-making, or multitasking. Reflection is a big part of healthy aging. Looking back on your life with gratitude, learning from past mistakes, and dreaming about what's still to come can be deeply fulfilling. But you need quiet time for these reflections to surface. If your mind is always occupied with social planning, you may never get to hear your inner thoughts. Make time to just sit in silence. Watch the sunrise. Listen to the wind. Reflect on your journey. This kind of peace doesn't come from being busy. It comes from being still. Your life, your pace. One of the best things about retirement is that you finally get to set your own pace. You don't have to rush. You don't have to impress anyone. And you don't have to explain yourself. You get to decide what matters, what feels good, and what you want to spend your time on. If that means fewer visits and more quiet mornings, that's perfectly okay. If it means fewer group activities and more solo adventures, that's beautiful too. Your retirement should reflect your values, not someone else's expectations. In the end, visiting friends should bring you joy, not pressure. When you understand your limits and honor your needs, you'll find that you still enjoy those visits, just at a pace that truly fits your life.